Hey, what's up guys? My name is CykaHotFire and today I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks on how to entry on Dust 2 and what mistakes to avoid while doing it. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And also, I now have a Skin Baron affiliate code, so if you're looking to build up your inventory at a discounted price, be sure to click the link at the top of the description. Every time you buy a skin after clicking my link, it really helps support me as a content creator, and of course it helps you guys get cool skins at a discounted price as well. So definitely check it out. But for now, let's get right into it. First, let me just say that on T's side, Dust 2 is a very spawn based map. If you have a long spawn, you should either go top, mid, or long fast, depending on what your team wants to do, and if you have a B spawn, that's the best time to make a play at B. So just keep that in mind while I'm going over these plays. So now let's first talk about some options you have at mid. You want to first start off by throwing an Xbox smoke, which can be done by putting yourself in the corner and aiming a bit above where the wall meets the corner of the shadow, and jump throwing. This should work on both 64 tick and 128 tick. You might have to lower it a bit on 128 tick and raise it up a bit on 64 tick, but it's pretty much in the same exact area. If you know that the CTs either don't have an op or don't like peeking mid, you can run down suicide after throwing this, as it's a lot faster than wrapping around through the long side. But if CTs tend to hold mid, wrapping around towards the long side isn't going to be the end of the world, but after you get out mid, you have a few options that you could do. First, let's talk about going up cat. If you want to rush, usually this is best when you go down suicide, as you can get there practically at the same time as the CT. Jump throwing and bouncing a flash off this window does a pretty good job of making the CT fall back. And if you know CTs tend to sit back towards sight or double up long, lining up against this, I don't know what this is, a prison cell or whatever it is, and aiming at the dark spot on the wall and throwing a smoke can not only give you and your team more space to work with as you run up cat and enter into A, but it can also give you a really good one way if there's a CT at car or running up from the long corner. Just keep in mind that while going up cat, throwing an Xbox smoke is kinda required, as you're pretty much just gambling that somebody won't peek you mid if you are gonna run up mid dry. So just be sure you know how to consistently hit the smoke and you should be fine. Another option towards mid is literally just getting somebody to flash you out through the doors and catching the mid player off guard and out of position early into the round. This is a really good way to change the pace if you've been playing slow all game or haven't shown much presence towards mid and want to try a mid to B strat and catch the mid player off guard. If this works perfectly, you'll either kill the CT mid player and be able to split B, or the CT mid player will fall back to window or door. You'll be able to smoke CT, give yourself some more room to work with, and you should be able to overwhelm the CTs and take the site. Just know that if you get the kill on the mid player, just try to smoke off CT and group up with your team before you take the site. This round is pretty much in your hands and you don't want to get picked off one at a time by making stupid mistakes like not throwing a smoke. But with those mid plays out of the way, let's now go over a good play you can make at B. If you know CTs like to do a weird setup like 3A, 1B, and 1 mid, this is a great way to catch the B defender off guard. Just lining up with this pillar and aiming towards this part in the wall gives you a really good lurk smoke and a few options to work with. You can either walk up on the left and clear back plat, or walk out and swing sight. Or you can even jump up on the box, clear sight, window, and door. Overall, it all just really depends where you have a read on where the CTs play from, and this works especially well if the rest of your team is going out mid. It can pull the attention away from the CT and allow your teammates to overwhelm him, as I was talking about earlier, or if your team is already up mid and killed the CT mid player already, you can probably catch the B player off guard as he'll be looking mid instead. It all really depends on timing and what's going on in the round, but either way it's a great lurk smoke to try out. And now we're of course going to be going over the final part of the map, long. Long is pretty standard and pretty much everybody knows how to entry, it just requires a ton of flashes, but there's actually a lot of mistakes you can make. First of all, if you're the first guy in, you should not be throwing flashes. It just completely ruins your spawn and you'll probably end up blocking teammates in the process of doing it. So with that being said, if you're first in, don't flash at all. Just keep your gun out and be ready because CTs are probably going to peek against the corner. But also, if you're not first, always flash for your teammate if he's going out long fast. It doesn't just have to be the second guy behind him, like you could throw like 4 flashes honestly, or even more. Like just overwhelm the CTs with flashes, don't give them any room to work with, and after you get the picks long, you have to make a decision really quick. Don't just run up, get picked off, and have the round fall apart after you get early long control and like 1 or 2 kills. Tell your team to sit back and hold for pushes, or go up fast and smoke cross. Don't just sit around, wait to get flanked by CTs, and then just have the round completely fall apart. Just be sure your entire team knows what exactly you're doing. But yeah, I think that does pretty much wrap it up for this video, so if you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and of course, check out that Skin Baron affiliate link. But for now, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.